In my opinion, one of the most painful emotions that we can experience is betrayal. The obvious part about betrayal is that one has hurt you that you once trusted. You become attached to somebody, and then they do something that is mean or hurtful or whatever, and it really gets to the point where you have a hard time looking past the emotional side of the betrayal because of the attachment that you had towards that other person. So, part of what's so painful about betrayal is that you have to get over the idea of detaching from that person or people or group of people or whatever it is, institution, whatever it is, in order for you to feel like you can move forward in your life. And some people have such a hard time with betrayal that they will feel betrayed, but then they will keep coming back to the same person or the same situation because they want to reattach or reconnect. So it's not even so much that they can't really get through the betrayal. It's more that they can't get through the separation of the attachment from that entity or person. So for the people that really struggle with betrayal, you have to ask yourself, okay, am I struggling with just the emotions of being hurt by somebody that I was once attached to? Or am I really just struggling with the idea of detaching from someone that maybe has been close to me in my life, or an entity or an organization that has been a big part of my life? But there's no getting around how difficult betrayal is and how painful the emotions are associated with betrayal. And when you really think about it, some of the most hurtful things that can happen to a person in their life has to do with betrayal. If you're hurt by your parents, growing up in any way, and especially if it's really traumatic in nature, when it comes to friends or when it comes to other family members or when it comes to other institutions or organizations that kind of turn their back on you or what have you, it gets to a point where it's just so painful that it's really, really difficult to be able to feel the same as you did before the betrayal. Obviously you can, but it just makes it really difficult to be able to do that. And so being able to talk about the betrayal and being able to process it, and then again acknowledge if it's an attachment issue or if it's really just the emotion that you have to get past. The other part of betrayal that I see a lot with a lot of my clients is that they sometimes will do something, whether it's conscious or subconscious, they'll do something to, I don't know, cause drama or cause some sort of negative situation with that group or that entity or the person or whatever, and then that entity will cut off the attachment with that person or with the client that I'm talking to, and then they feel betrayed. And so another really deeper psychological part of betrayal is you have to be aware, are you bringing the betrayal about? In other words, like recognizing if you're playing the victim role in this situation. Did you bring it about, or were you doing everything that you could the right way, and then all of a sudden they were the ones that distanced themselves from you? So that's just an important part of betrayal to try to recognize, and you have to be really honest with yourself when it comes to this, because a lot of people I talk to will go, no, of course it wasn't me, it was them. But then when you go and like reevaluate the whole situation, they can always, not always, but a lot of times they can look back and go, oh yeah, I probably caused a little bit of that, and that wasn't that smart of an idea. And then they realize that they have to go and try to mend that if they can. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this topic. And if there are any other suggestions of other topics, I have a whole bunch, but I don't want to go off just what I have. But let me know if there's any other topics that you guys would like me to talk about. And go from there. Thank you.